What's up, fellow currency hunters? Let's go through some bills and see if we find anything worth collecting, holding on to, or something we could resell maybe for a profit over the face value. So let's start off with this 2017 A Series $20 note. I'll go a little bit more quickly than I normally do, so I'm not boring you. First, I like to look at, if I can talk, first I like to look at the serial numbers, see if they match up, which would be a super big error if they didn't, and then I like to look to see if they have any patterns in them. In this case, not so much. We're looking for stuff that's like birthday or date notes, where it's a date, month, day, then year. A pattern such as it can be read from forward to backward, backward to forward. Those are known as radar serial numbers, and a variety of other fancy serial numbers. We're also looking for errors like print errors and ink errors, and things just kind of out of place with the cut or the printing overall of the note. We're also looking for stuff that's like replacement notes, so those would be shown with a little star at the end or asterisk looking star at the end of the serial number. Well, let's get to it. Front of the note, nothing jumping out. Back of the note, don't get confused by this. This is a little too shiny to be the normal kind of darker inks that are used in US currency, which goes through a multi-phase printing process. So it's called intaglio process. Basically, some things are printed on the note, some things are printed within the note, primarily the seals and serial numbers to retain their durability during use of the note. So that way, they can still kind of catalog the notes a little easier, even when the rest of it is all worn off. Series 2017A, usually there's an over ink in 2017 and 2017A notes in the third digit. Serial number, nothing too spicy going on. And this one's for the old Richmond, Virginia Federal Reserve Bank. Next up, 2017A also. Nothing hopping out, a little bit of threes, a little bit of eights, but not enough of a pattern to hold on to. Yeah, G's for Chicago, Illinois, and nothing really hopping out. A little bit more thick of a print on the serial number. It's a little rotary dial that prints it and kind of spins, ticking up the numbers. Must have just got re-inked. Sometimes you'll see them with digits that are up or down. Those are usually referred to as stuck digits. And there's a little minor error. If they're way off, it can be worth a pretty good value. Nothing on the back of that one. Series 2013. And nothing going on. Really well printed. Nice and clean. Little bit of maybe the edge of a bank stamp. Looks like it's kind of bled into it, but it could be a variety of things. Just pen or something. Keep an eye out on the right and left side of the depiction of the White House on the back of $20 notes. Sometimes you'll see some kind of over inks happening or excess inks happening kind of around these trees. Nothing on the reverse there. Really wrinkly Series 2017 $1 note. And nothing going on the serial number. This thing's been wet at some point. You can tell from the discoloration. Yeah, I like to keep an eye out around the seal. Usually you don't get too many errors, or at least I don't, on the reverse of notes, but you can let me know. Nothing on that one. I like the redesign of the $10 notes. This is a Series 2017A. In the early 2000s, they redesigned a few of the denominations for like anti-counterfeiting measures, and then to just kind of differentiate them from one another with design features. U.S. Treasury building. I actually like kind of the old depiction from the older 10s than this one, the series previous to it. Keep an eye out around these repetitious 10s on either side. Or I'm sorry, the watermark on this side. 10s on this side. Sometimes you'll see a little bit of ink issues, or they'll have excessive ink, which you can kind of see the serial number, albeit backwards. Right here. I've seen online through Facebook pages, across other websites and like eBay and stuff, some excess kind of overprinted serial numbers when you can read it all the way through might sell for like 12 or 15 bucks, so a few bucks. Hey, little star note action. Condition leaves a lot to be desired, but this gives a good example, actually, what I was talking about earlier. You can see how the serial numbers and the seals are much brighter than the remainder of this note, despite they've worn at the same increments. So on this replacement note, which is shown by this little star here, kind of looks... Oh, there we go. Kind of looks like, a little asterisk star. When you input it into the star note search, you use an asterisk. Nothing in the serial number as far as like a date note or a pattern or anything. We don't have any ladders or anything like that. But overall, this thing's got a pretty bad condition. Star notes, I'm not saying they're worth a ton of money. There are some that out of the B series or B Federal Reserve Bank stamp, you can see those replacement notes having pairs sometimes, depending on where they are in that run. And those can be worth money. Also, better condition ones. And then to some people, just star notes in general are collectible. I like to hold on to them, but this one's pretty beat. But I do like me some star notes. On the back of it, nothing really going on, but I will set it aside for like a small find for right now. Yeah, kind of like a double, whoops, let me knock over my camera. Little double year note, but those aren't collectible. But 1917, 1166, what a difference. If this was like a kind of date note, like 1917, then maybe 1121. So like 1917, November 21st, I might hold on to it. Or if this would have been a better serial number, like 6s, 1s, 7s, 9s, whatever, you get what I'm saying. I would have held on to that as a repeater note, which would have been worth over face value. This thing's really good condition, though. Which everybody knows, condition's 9/10 of the law. This is close to the same series. Both are 2017A. So it looks like, yeah, here's a newer note. Cool. So these are really close in serial number, So, I mean, these are only about 100 off or so. Nothing going on this either. Really nicely printed, a little shifted kind of up, but it would have to be sitting off the edge to really be worth anything. And back of the note, nothing going on. Newer $1 bill out of this 2021 series, only difference is the signatures. Nothing going on in the serial number, little shift down in the seal, but not much. Back of the note, also really nice condition despite a couple little corner bends. So if it was collectible, the condition would really help out as well. Series 2013 $20 note. They redesigned the 20s as well in the early 2000s, adding color shifting ink, and then some design features for like anti-counterfeiting measures. This one's kind of tore up a little bit. You can see that right at the top. Little depiction of the White House there, little excess ink. But a lot of this is just going to be post-production damage, so I'm going to move on. Down to the last two, a folded up $20 note. Just do it at the same time. Why not? Well, let me zoom out a little bit. Wham, bam. Bottom note, we'll start with that one. In the serial number, a little bit of 1s, a little bit of 5s, but nothing going on. It is a series 2017. I like to keep an eye out around the color-changing ink portions of $20 notes, and any of them with that feature, just because there is, every once in a while, a little bit of messed up print with them. Nothing going on the back. Get this guy out of there. On this one, nothing in the serial number either. Reverse of the note. Got ourselves a nice, dirty, jacked up back to it. Looks like somebody ran a lighter on it or something. But nothing going on. Plus, if it was collectible, that would definitely detract from overall value. Nothing in the serial number, but worth 20 bucks. But what did we hold on to? Over it just real quick. Nice little replacement note. So something happened during production. They replaced a note with this replacement note. But let me know what you've come across in your coin and banknote searches lately in the comments. Hit subscribe if you like currency and collectibles.